when I'm gone. I got a pig at home in a pen, corn to feed him on. Oh, all I need's a pretty little girl to feed him when I'm gone. Dark clouds are rising, it's a sure sign of rain. Put your little blue bonnet on, sweet little Liza Jane. I got a pig at home in a pen, corn to feed him on. All I need's a pretty little girl to feed him when I'm gone. I'm going on the mountaintop, so little cane. Hey, where's the bell of sorghum for sweet little Liza Jane? I got a pig at home in a pen, corn to feed him on. Oh, and all I need is a pretty little girl to feed him when I'm gone. Bake them biscuits, baby, bake them good and brown. When you get them biscuits baked, we're Alabama bound. Well, I got a pig at home in the pen, corn to feed him on. All I need's a pretty little girl to feed him when I'm gone. I got a pig home in the pen, corn to feed him on. All I need's a pretty little girl to feed him when I'm gone. Well, started out to be a towboat man, but I never got the hang of the ratchet bar. I was growing up a decking in the Illinois trade with coal dust in my ear. I got stuck on the ice on Christmas Eve and I froze my ass, it's true. Just a shivering and a shaking with a down south case of them Steamboat Blues. Oh, Captain Way, I'm sorry, my hat is off to you. I've been hanging out by the old cook stove at the Steamboat Blues. Well, way up north, well, I called your phone, but I didn't get no one to answer. So I opened up the window and I smoked a little bit and I watched the cars go by. I'm gonna hunt you up and ask you, have you found out anything new? Or are you hanging to the best you had? Steamboat Blues. I've been right here since 9 o'clock, and believe you me, that's true. Just to listen to the water waves churning with the Steamboat Blues. Well, the city's grown up where it looks all square like a crossword puzzle on a landscape. It looks like an electric shaver now where the courthouse used to be. The grass is all synthetic and we don't know for sure about the food. The only thing we know for sure is them Steamboat Blues. I'd sit and watch your TV if I thought I could trust the news. John Hartford wrote this in 1971. The only thing I know for sure is them Steamboat Blues. I'll tear off down the river someday before I'm through and come back here and see it out with the Steamboat Blues. There's a rabbit in a log and ain't got no dog. How well is another song about, a hillbilly who doesn't have a place to live and he has to wander through the woods and find stuff to eat and find a place to live. Probably a Depression era song too. There's a rabbit in a log and ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know I'll get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I get him, I know. I know, I know. That's how I get him, I know. I'll get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I get him, I know. Build me a fire and I'll roast that old hare. Roll him in the flames till he's brown. Yes, I'm gonna eat him. I'll feast here tonight where the moon shines so bright. Find me a place to lie down, to lie down, to lie down. I'll find me a place to lie down. I'll feast here tonight while the moon shines so bright. Find me a place to lie down. I'm going down the track with a rucksack on my back, soles on my shoes nearly gone. Thank you, Josie. That's my daughter. A little ways ahead, there's an old farmer's shed. That's where I'll rest my weary bones. Weary bones, weary bones. That's where I'll rest my weary bones. Hey, a little ways ahead, there's an old farmer's shed. That's where I'll rest my weary bones. Ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know. I'll get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I'll get him. I know. I know. I know. Oh, that's how I'll get him. I know. I'll get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I'll get him. I know.
Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit.
Well, he likes black coffee, fried eggs, and a well-done T-bone steak. He likes a red dress and a pearly white teeth and a flash of a pretty brown leg. You know, back in the 30s, you know, you never had it made. He's an engineer over on the Ohio River, running into Pittsburgh trade, with an inspection office in Louisville, at just for a very short time. He played in demand on 2 different boats, working for the Streckfist line. And long ago he smoked reefer and even made home brew. The reefer coming through New Orleans back before World War II. He's just a fella worked on the river all his life by a paddle wheel. You say he's old-fashioned, well that ain't no big deal. Well, it's too thick to navigate and it's too thin to plow. So let him go on, mama, don't put him down for it now. Well, he comes from a real old-time way of life. He had to fight to just learn how. He might even have voted for Nixon once, but I'm sure he sees that now. Well, Friday night, he makes the best damn gumbo you'd ever want to eat. Saturday morning before everyone's up, he's gone off down to the fleet. He's just a fella worked on the river all his life by a paddle wheel. You say he's old-fashioned, but that ain't no big deal. Well, it's too thick to navigate, and it's too thin to fly. So let him go on, mama, don't put him down for it now. You're as pretty as he is ugly, and he's the happiest man alive. You got him into believing that old men are back in style. Well, you see these oysters, Manville, and these baked potato skin. I eat them so I can grow up and be an old man just like him. And he's just a fella worked on the river all his life by a paddle wheel. You say he's old-fashioned, well that ain't no big deal. Well, it's too thick to navigate, and it's too thin to plow. So let him go on, mama, don't put him down for it now. Can't you hear me calling? The days are long, the nights are lonely. Since you left me all alone, I worried so, my little darling. I worried so since you've been gone. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I loved you best. I mistreated you, Lord, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, answer my request. Never forget the night we parted. The big mistake had caused it all. If you'll come back, sunshine will follow. If you stay away, it will be my fault. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I loved you best. Mistreated you, Lord, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, is my request. The days are dark, the nights are lonely. How I need your sweet embrace. When I awoke, the sun was shining. When I looked up, I saw your face. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me calling? A million times I loved you best. I mistreated you, Lord, and I'm sorry. Come back to me, is my request. Come back to me, is my request. Bill Monroe, the man with the hat. girl and Sir Will Steamboat, a paddle house stove and engine room brass, hanging on a post by the main deck stair with their long hair skipping in Mississippi dew. Oh, the river run wide, run deep and run muddy. Oh, the river run long after I am gone, with a steamboat wheeling on a big wide bed, just skipping in the Mississippi dew. Well, come up the river, come away last Sunday, 12 feet of water on the Memphis gauge. Wouldn't be at home, I got the muddy water rolling in the paddle wheel, skipping in the Mississippi dew. Oh, the river run wide, run deep, run muddy. Oh, the river run long after I am gone. Steamboat wheeling on a big wide bend, just skipping in the Mississippi dew. Well, it used to be spring, I'd check on the river 35 days on the Final Line Road to make a little money, get a springtime check, and take off skipping in the Mississippi dew. Oh, the river run wide, run deep, run muddy. Oh, the river run long after I am gone, with a steamboat wheeling on a big wide bend, just skipping in the Mississippi dew. Yeah, the river run wide, run deep, run muddy. Oh, the river run long after I am gone, with a steamboat wheeling on a big wide bend, just skipping in the Oh, the river run wide, run deep, run muddy. Oh, the river run long after I am gone, with the steamboat wheeling on a big wide bend, just skipping in the Mississippi dew. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Please don't tell them what train I'm on. They don't need to know what route I'm on. This was written by Elizabeth Cotton. She played the guitar backwards and upside down. She was the house person or helper around the house for the Seeger family. They didn't even know she played guitar. I was taking guitar lessons when I was about 10 years old. My poor mother had to hear me working on all this stuff. And one day I came home playing this one. And she said that was the first time I heard anything that sounded like music. When I'm dead, Lord, in my grave, no more good time, no, there I crave. Place those stones at my head and feet, and tell all my friends I've just gone to sleep. Yeah, don't tell them where I've gone. They don't need to know where I'm going to. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Please don't tell them what train I'm on. They don't need to know which route I'm going on. When I'm dead, Lord, in my grave, no more good times here, I pray. Place those stones at my head and feet, and oh, my friends, I've just gone to sleep. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Please don't tell them what train I'm on. They don't need to know what route I've done gone on. No, don't. You don't need to tell them what train I'm on. No, they don't need to know what route I've done gone on. Where do we go from here? It's that kind of idea. Where does an old time riverman go after he's passed away? Does his soul still keep a watch on the deep for the rest of his river days? Does he then come back as a channel cat? Has he lost a light on the wheel? Or the birds that fly in the summer sky? Or the fish swimming under the keel? Where does an old-time pilot go after he stood his last watch? Does he fall by the ear of the man who steers, saying, hold her on that notch? There's a gentle sneeze in the river breeze, saying, son, I'm going to bed. Light their pipes and go off in the night. Or was that fireflies instead? Where does an old-time engineer go after he's cooled her down? Has he gone up the hill to never come back to the quiet side of town? Does his soul live on in the engine's song while the striker checks the gears? Is he still afloat on an old steamboat after he's gone from here? feel free to go. Yeah. Well, I was standing on a corner with a low-down blues, great big hole in the bottom of my shoe. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog, or I don't want to be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Well, look here, Sal, I know you run down stocking in a wore-out shoe. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog, or I don't want to be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Well, pulled the trigger and the gunshot goes. Shot fell over in Mexico. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog, or I don't want to be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. There were two old maids laying into bed. One rolled over and the other one said, honey, let me be your salty dog. I said, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog. Let me be, I wanna be your salty dog, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog. I'll be your salty dog. You know I'm gonna be a little salty. I'll be a little salty dog. As long as you stay with me, Katerina, won't you be my salty dog? Please let me be a salty dog like you two girls down there in the front row. You'll be my salty dog too, won't you? Let me be a salty dog. I don't want to be your man at all. Let me be a salty dog. Poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world below. There's no sickness, toil or danger to that bright land to which I go, going there to see my brother. I'm going there, no more to roam, just going over Jordan. Going home, just rough and see what beauteous fields lie right before me, where God's redeeming Virgil's key. I'm going there, see my father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going home. Going there, see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over home. Just going over home. Going over home. Wake up, darling Corey. What makes you sleep so sound? The revenue officers are coming. They're gonna tear your still house down. Well, the last time I saw darling Corey, she was sitting on the banks of the sea. She had a 44 around her body and a banjo on her knee. Go away, darling Corey. Quit hanging around my bed. Your whiskey is bothering my body. The pretty women have gone to my head. Dig a hole in the meadow. Dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow. They're gonna lay darling Corey down. Singing, can't you hear the lonesome sound? They're preaching darling Corey's funeral in some lonesome graveyard ground. that 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy. Ready for my size, ready for my size. Roll on, buddy, I sing it with the roll so slow. How can I pull when the wheels don't roll? I'm going on the mountain, gonna see my baby, and I ain't coming back. No, I ain't coming back. Sing it with me now. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I pull when the wheels don't roll? Now when I'm long gone, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 coal, out of number 9 coal. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I pull when the wheels don't roll? I said, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I pull when the wheels don't roll? Roll on, buddy, don't roll so slow. How can I pull when the wheels don't roll? When I ain't gonna work on the railroad. Can you sing that with me? I ain't gonna work on the farm. I'm going to lay around the track until the mail train comes back. And I'll roll in my sweet baby's arms. Do you know that song? I ain't gonna work on the railroad. I ain't gonna work on the farm. I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back and roll in my sweet baby's arms. It's rolled in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back and roll in my sweet baby's arms. Now your mother was a beauty operator. Sister could weave and mend. Daddy was working in the old cotton mill, watching that old muddy rollin'. It's rollin' my sweet baby's arms. It's rollin' my sweet baby's arms. They're gonna lay around the shack till the train comes back and rollin' sweet baby's arms. Keep that going, please. Thank you. That was you. Now where were you last Friday night? While I was lying in jail, walking the streets with another man. Don't you ever do that, Kettering? Wouldn't even know my bell. I'm rolling my sweet baby's arms. I'm rolling my sweet baby's arms. Lay around Let's hear all those harmonies. Whoa. Ooh. And now, rolling my sweet baby's oh. Yes, sir, very nice.
They like singing. Singing is good.